If you're looking to fully optimize both your cart and your checkout pages on your WooCommerce store to maximize conversions, then you've come to the right place, because coming up, I'm going to introduce you to this very powerful plugin called the CheckoutWC, and it is one of my favorite plugins for both cart and checkout pages. Why? Because, well, it is a plugin packed with tons of features that will simplify the entire checkout process, thus driving more sales for your WooCommerce store. Now, what kinds of features does this plugin have? Well, it has things like being able to simplify the account creation process, being able to offer a one-page checkout process for your customers, thereby simplifying the entire process. You can even do things like display your cart on the side in a very beautiful manner. You even have this feature called order bumps, where if a customer adds a particular product to their cart, you can then offer a discount or a promotion for another product in the process, thereby increasing the potential number of sales. You can even do things like use Google to verify addresses that the customers have added for shipping. And there's a ton of other options in here, like express checkout, the thank you page design, cart editing. You can even add trust badges as well on your checkout page. So basically, in my humble opinion, it is by far one of the most powerful plugins for maximizing conversions on both your cart and your checkout page. Now, one thing to point out here is that the plugin is not for free. You do have to pay for it. There are 4 different plans. You've got Basic, Plus, Pro, and Agency. It is an investment, but trust me, it's well worth it, and I can guarantee that you will not be disappointed with the plugin. Now, the good news here is that you do have a trial period of 1 week. So if you get the plugin today and after 1 week you feel like, you know what, the plugin, it's not working for me, it's not for me, I prefer another plugin, you can simply get a full refund, no questions asked. Let me just also add that because this is a plugin that I actually use and that I can swear by, I have decided to become an affiliate for them promoting their plugin. So please, if by the end of this video you feel like, you know what, I like this plugin, I want to buy the plugin, I want to use it, please, you'll have my affiliate link down in the description box below. Please, when you buy the plugin with my link, that means I'll get a small discount. It's a great way to support me and support what I'm doing here on this channel. So coming up, I'm going to introduce you once again to the plugin, walk you through all the features available with the plugin, and show you how to maximize conversions on both your cart and checkout pages. Are you ready? Let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. I have already added the license key, as you can see right here, but then the next step you will need to do would be to actually activate the site. So you're going to see step 2 right here that says activate your license. So I'm going to go ahead now to activate the site, and there you go. Now, the next thing you want to do is right here where you have the number 5 step, start converting more sales, just go ahead and activate the template so you can begin to use the pre-built templates provided by the plugin. So I'm going to go ahead now, save changes. And the thing is, I already have the cart page open in here. Now I am using the Ocean WP theme and it looks quite good. It's not too bad. Now, if I go to proceed to checkout, this is the actual checkout page now. You will notice that as soon as you've activated the checkout plugin, your header and your footer will now be customized. That's because the plugin will take over the header and footer. You can see right now I don't have a menu anymore. I don't even have my logo or header anymore. And the footer right here is also different from the rest of the site. If I was to go to another page, let me just quickly show you. You can see right now this is the cart page. You can see I do have my logo right there. I have the main menu, and of course down here I do have my actual footer. So keep in mind that when you activate the plugin, your header and footer would change. However, if you want to keep your original header and footer, what you want to do is this, okay? You want to go over here to the appearance, right? Go to appearance. And then right here, you can actually add your logo, like a custom logo for the checkout page. You can change the field label style. You can add your footer text in here. You can also change the typography, change the body color, header, footer. So you have the option to customize the header and footer. However, going back to the original comment, if you want to still use the same header and footer provided by your theme, then you want to come down here to advanced, okay? So from here right now, you will have the template loader. It says choose how to load the checkout page. Now by default, the distraction-free portal has been chosen. It is the recommended one. This is the one where the plugin takes over your header and footer. However, if you want to keep your header and footer, just go with the WordPress theme in here, save changes. Now if I was to go back in here and I was to refresh this page, now you would see I've gotten the header back as well as the footer. However, it is not recommended. So I'll just recommend that you go with the distraction-free portal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, choose that one, save changes. And while we're here on this advanced page, you do have the option to hide the admin menu bar button as well. You can enable usage tracking. If you need to add your scripts, your JavaScript to your header and footer, you do have the option in here as well. You've got your PHP snippets for the checkout page. You've got your header scripts in here, footer scripts. So if you wanted to add like tracking information on your checkout page, on the thank you page, this is where you'll be able to add such scripts. So it's very, very, very convenient. And finally, you also have access to tools where you can export the settings of your checkout plugin to another website, or do the vice versa, import the checkout plugins from another website on to your own website. We can pick a template. We have 4 different designs. I'm going to go ahead and now click on choose a template. And here they are. So we've got the Midas, which is the active template at the moment. You've got Copify, you've got Futurist, and then you've got Glass. The designs are a little bit different, so you can just choose any one that you want to go with. That's on the template, but again, you can simply go to design right here and then just choose your own custom logo, your own custom footer text, typography, and so on. So you've got the options to customize your checkout page. Let's now go over to the checkout link right here. And this is where the fun actually starts. Let me go ahead and close this page. So right here, you can control the checkout steps. One rule is that you want to make it as easy as possible for your customers to check out. So right here, you can disable the cart step. However, keep in mind that this will be incompatible with the side cart. We'll talk about side cart in just a moment. And then right here, you can disable the shipping step. This is particularly useful if you only have one shipping option for all orders. Right now, let's go over to the checkout page. So I've got my cart right here. If I was to go to checkout, by default, you have the continue to shipping option in here. But if I came in here right now and said, look, I only have one shipping method, I can go ahead, disable the step, save changes. And now if I was to refresh this page, you would see that the continue to shipping has now been removed. It just says straight continue to payment. So you can simply make that very, 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 very quickly. Forget about them having to look at the shipping page if you only have one option for shipping. Let me go ahead and uncheck this. So right here, you can also enable order review step. It says adds a review step after payment information before finalizing the order. In most cases, you might not need this. However, in certain situations, maybe you're in a country where it's required that the customer reviews their order before they proceed. Well, you do have the option to check this page. Now, one of my favorite features of this plugin is the one-page checkout. Again, you want to make it as easy as possible for your customers to check out, and it's much better when they're able to do everything on a single page rather than them having to go to the checkout page, they go to the shipping page, and then they finally go to the payment page. Have everything in one single page. I'm going to go ahead now, enable this, save changes, and now let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page, and now take a look at this. Everything is right here. First of all, they will add the shipping address in here, add their shipping method, and now they simply provide the payment option, and there it is. Straightforward. I would highly, highly recommend that you have enabled the one-page checkout, unless of course you've got very specific reasons why you may not want to go with this particular step. All right, let's come down here to login and registration. So it says choose how customers obtain a password when registering an account. You can either decide to go with the enhanced method where the plugin automatically generates both the username and password using the native WooCommerce functionality, or you can go with the WooCommerce default. The reason why the second option in here isn't typically recommended is because customers will end up choosing or use weak passwords. So basically, to protect them from themselves, you just want to go with enhanced, where the plugin would actually generate very strong passwords for them to use. You also have user matching. Choose how to handle guest orders and accounts. Again, I would highly recommend you stick with the option to enable it, which is the recommended option. And now down here, very, very, very important, the field options. Control how different checkout fields appear. Now, by default, with WooCommerce, you have the first name, last name boxes. You've got company name optionals, the street address, country, town, city, phone, and so on. One rule of thumb here is that you want to make the fields as little as possible, meaning the less fields your customers have to fill in before they can check out, the better. And as such, you'd want to disable the fields like the company name, the apartment suite fields, and so on. So let's go back in here and let's take a look at what we can do. First of all, you could enable the order notes field, but I would recommend you don't do this because it serves no real purpose. We could hide the coupon code field behind the link. Right now, you can see you do have the promo code box field in here open. When you do this, when you hide the coupon code field behind a link, what will happen here is this. Okay, let me refresh this page. Right now, you can see that box has now been replaced by this link here that says have a promo code, click here. To be honest with you, this is entirely subjective. I don't know which one is better. I'll let you decide. Go back in here. Let's come down in here. All right. You could enable the street house number and street name address where the values will be combined into one single address. I'll recommend you check this one and then simply choose which order you prefer based on where you live. Maybe the house number comes first before the street name, or the street name first before the house number. I'll stick with the default. And then in here, we can hide the optional address fields behind links. Yes, let's enable that one. We're also going to enable the full name field as well, so that instead of having the first name, last name fields, you will have one single field for the name, much faster. And then finally, you could also enable the international phone field as well. Save changes. And now let's take a look at what we have. I'm going to refresh the page. And there you go. So now you can see right now, the name field is one single field, full name. The company fields as well as the address line 2 fields are now behind links. And then of course you've got the house number, street name, and then of course country, region, town, city, and so on. So the checkout page is now a lot more efficient than it used to be. Let's scroll down in here and see what else we do have. Now you could also do things like validate the address, but in order to do this, you would need to add the Google API key. You will come down here to integrations, okay? If you want to do this, you go to integrations, and then right here, you can add your Google API key if you want to use this particular feature. You've got the same options for Fetchify and Smartest Streets. Honestly, I've never used Fetchify or Smartest Streets before. Maybe you have. And then in here, you've got the mobile options. Very, very important. Keep in mind that a lot of people use their phones to buy things. So if they're going to visit your site, you want to make sure your site is optimal for mobile viewers. So right here, you could enable the mobile coupon field. You could also enable the mobile credit card logos as well. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that if you're going to enable any one of these features, make sure you test them properly on a mobile device. Let's move on now to the order pay. Now, this is specifically if you have order pay as an option on your WooCommerce store. You would simply come in here, enable the box, and then you can save your changes if you are using order pay. I'm not using order pay, so I'm simply going to move on. You've got the thank you page right here. I would highly recommend you activate this because it's very, very, very important that you thank your customers for buying from you. It may make them buy even more. You could also do things like, encourage them to buy even more on your site, maybe offer them a coupon, things like that. So right here, we can enable the thank you page template, and then you want to choose which order status will prompt the thank you page. I would recommend you go both with processing and then completed. Usually when a payment is processing, usually 9 times out of 10, I think the payment will eventually go through and the sale will be completed. Completed, of course, means the payment has gone through and you have the money. So I'll choose processing and then completed. You could enable the map embed, and then finally you do have the box that says enable thank you page template for viewing orders in my account by default. This is entirely subjective. It's entirely up to you if you want to keep that one. I'm going to go ahead, save changes. Let's quickly move on down here to the cart summary. All right. Now the thing is, your cart is just as important as your checkout page. You've got several options in here. First one here says enable cart editing at checkout. Enable or disable cart editing allows customers to remove or adjust quantity of items at the checkout. I would highly recommend that you enable this because by default, right now, the customer doesn't have the option to edit this particular item. They can't add more items or they can't even remove the item. So when you do this, when you enable this, right here, you'll have the option to redirect the user if they choose to empty their cart. So right here, you can redirect them maybe to the products page, maybe like a very special page asking them, hey, why did you empty your cart? Maybe, you can check out these other products, things like that. So you have the option to do that right here. Let me go ahead, save the changes, go back in here. Let's refresh. All right. So now you can see right now that I, as the customer, I can choose to add more of the checkout blouse if I wanted to. But then if I was to empty the cart completely, by default, now you can see the plugin has redirected me to the cart page. That's because I didn't add any URL in here. So if you want to redirect them to a very special page, if they choose to empty their cart, you simply come in here and you add the URL in there. All right. Cart item links. Choose whether or not cart items link to the single product page. By default, this is disabled and it's recommended that you keep it disabled. So we'll go ahead and do that one. And then right here, choose how to display the cart item data. You've got the short display, or you can go with the WooCommerce default. Honestly, I would recommend you simply go with the short display. And then finally, you've got the trust badges. So in here, you can enable this. And what this does is that it will give you the opportunity to add badges like, maybe since 1959, trusted by 1,000 people, things like that. Just give reasons why customers should buy from you. So right here, you can say introduction, since 1959, and then right here you can simply add the trust badge where you can upload an image, maybe showing the year 1959, just trying to convince the customers as to why they should buy from you. And of course, these would be displayed just underneath the main cart page. So you have the option in here to do that. I'm going to go ahead and disable this. Let's save our changes. And let's move on now to the side cart. Okay, this is actually one of the cooler features provided by this plugin. You can display your cart on the side in a very, very cool dramatic fashion. I'm going to enable this right now. All right, and then you can choose the icon you want to go with. Let's go with the black handbag in here. You've got the icon color, of course, the icon width, and then you can enable the floating cart button, things like that, and so on. Let's save our changes. And let's see how this would actually look like. I'm going to go over to women. Okay, the women's page. I'm going to add the chica blouse again. So let's go to blouses. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now, add this to the cart. And now, do you see that the checkout or that the cart link kind of appears from the side? So if I was to close this right here, do you see this? You can see the cart button right here. They click in there. And now this is the side curtain on display, and I really, really like this, and I highly recommend that you go with this option in here as well. Now, if we scroll down in here, you've got a few options to enable Ajax add to cart. You can also go with the order bumps. If you don't know what this is, let me show you. I'm going to go ahead now and enable this. Let's save our changes. Okay. I'm going to come down here to the order bumps right here, just underneath the side cart. I'm going to add an order bump. I'm going to add in here. What this does is that it allows you to offer like a promotion to the customer once they've added a particular item or any kind of item to their cart. So as an example, I'm going to add the title 50% off. Okay. Now you've got to choose the display condition. Under what conditions should this order bump be displayed? We're going to display the offer for all products, but of course you can choose very specific products in here, or maybe specific categories of products. And then you can choose either below the cart items or above terms and conditions. I'm going to keep this below cart items, okay? Now, this is the condition, okay? But then this particular offer, this 50% off, is for what product? I'm going to go in here right now and I'm going to offer it for the Chica blouse. Actually, since we're working with the Chica blouse, let's add a different one. Let's choose a hoodie. Actually, no, look, I'm going to go with the watch. I think there's a Rolex wristwatch. So the point here right now is that when the user adds any kind of product to their cart, the order bump will say 50% off for the Rolex wristwatch, and then it says the quantity to add to the cart when the offer is accepted. Maybe you want to say, hey, buy this particular product and get 5 of them. In that kind of scenario, you come in here and simply change 1 to 5. All right, but we're going to keep it at 1. And then the discount type, are you offering 50% off or is it $50 off? We're going to go with the percent off. And then of course the discount in here is 50% off. Now the offer language, yes, please add this to my order. And now in here you can customize the description saying, hey, get the Rolex wristwatch quickly. So let me just do this, get Rolex watch at 50% off now, all right. And then item removal behavior. What happens if the customer removes the item from the cart? Are you going to leave it in the cart with the normal price, or would you just remove the order bump from the cart as well? Entirely up to you. I'm going to stick with the default option in here. So let's go ahead now and publish this particular bump, and let's see how this would work. So I'm going to go back in here. Let me just remove this item from the cart completely. All right. I'm going to go back to the home page. Let me just refresh the page, make sure that everything has been cleared. Okay, now if I was to go back to women's blouses and I now add this to the cart, take a look at this. Now you can see we have the option in here that says, hey, get the Rolex watch at 50% off now. You can see this is what the order bump is. It's basically an opportunity for us to add a promotion for a particular item to the customer when they add a particular product or any kind of product to their cart. So of course they can click in here right now and say, yes, please add this to my order. Now you can see that the watch has been added to the cart. So that's exactly how our order bumps work. Very, very powerful. A great way to increase conversions as well. So let's go back to the side cart. All right. So in here, you can enable coupons. You can allow customers to apply coupons directly from the side cart if you want to. And then you can also add the enable free shipping progress bar as well. All right, that's that for the side cart. We've taken a look at the order bumps. Appearance in here as well. We've talked about this one already. You can add your custom logo, footer text, and so on. Of course, integrations, like I said, for the Google API key. If you want Google to verify the addresses that customers are adding, you'd simply add your API key in here. And of course, down in here, we've talked about the advanced options for the template loader, scripts, and tools as well. And of course, you now have access to the support page as well, where you can read their entire documentation of the plugin, which is very, very, very powerful. So if you're ever stuck or you need more explanation, you can come in here and simply check their documentation. So that's pretty much it for the CheckoutWC plugin. Well, there it is. We've come to the end of this video where I've shown you how to make use of the CheckoutWC plugin to maximize sales on both your cart and checkout pages. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Share the video with anyone who you feel might benefit. And of course, if you're new here or you've been here before and you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. Now, if you have any questions, comments, general queries, of course, put them down in the comment section below. I'll do my very best to answer as many of them as soon as I can. And just a gentle reminder, if you're going to buy the plugin, please do make use of my affiliate link. I would really, really appreciate it. My name is Alex. It's been a pleasure. I hope this plugin helps you to drive more sales and make more money on your WooCommerce store. Thank you for watching the video. And of course, until next time, stay safe out there and I'll see you soon. Cheers.